sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. Visitors sideline, a look at the Raiders head coach. His team making the long flight. Always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. On the other side, with my partner Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from Indianapolis. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
And he's coming off a game where he was pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest, and he had a couple nice throws mixed in, a couple decent drives here and there, but the inability to find the end zone, of course, he had the one interception, so a lot to clean up, a lot to improve. Not just him, but frankly, the entire offense.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a play fake. Jones. He takes off. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a first down.
12 more yards. That's
first and 10 now from the 36.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun now for Jones. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Colts.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike, and I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
And the Colts are going to have first and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Harris. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down
inside the 5. It is second and goal.
Brings up
Taylor. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up third and goal.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 3 yards.
They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Colts.
And when things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out, Greg, by the former Hoosier, the rookie quarterback from Indiana.
I don't think there's any way around it, Mike. I mean, this has been a disastrous start for this season. I know their expectations were clearly higher than how things have played out. At this point in the season, you just need to get a win. However it comes, whatever it looks like, you've got to change the energy in that building because the only way to learn how to win in the NFL is to win.
That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete. This third and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. They pick up 17 through the air. Good for a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the Colts 48-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Genty. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
He was brought down by Taylor Rapp. It's a gain of 4.
They'll run the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he hits it in. He does. First down.
2 yards on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football. The break the huddle coming up now for first and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 21, here's second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to pick it up with Genty. He is down at the 14, but will have the first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Raiders first down. A gain of 4 yards. And the Las Vegas.
They'll go again with Genty.
Genty is his ball carrier. Chargarius Ward on the tackle.
Here's second and 6.
It's now second and 6 at the 11-yard
Now
line.
this time they'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's to the rookie out of TCU, Jack Beck.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Now, Cousins. He's got it at the 3. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on fourth down in the red zone. And it pays off with first and goal. They try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. A little closer. Here's second and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down. Back at the 8-yard line. JT Tuimoloau getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it third and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. had his second TD catch of the season.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. Throwing on first down is Jones. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's Jones. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
And 11.
That's caught on a first-round pick, Tyler Warren. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jones to the air again. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
Really nice job here by the defense coming away with that sack. And it's this pass rush, Mike, that I think has to continue to make their presence felt as they try to put themselves in position to pull this game out.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and
Gun,
17.
it's Jones. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
So on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense going to take over just before the half. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
It's a gain of 11.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Tucker. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd down, they need 5.
He was defended by Kenny Moore.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Halftime coming up, And we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. Our look around the league starts now, and it starts with a good one here. And it's the veteran, Aaron Rodgers. He had it going. This, one of his 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Browns move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. Up next, another intriguing matchup. And it's Puka Nacua. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Rams move to 4-1, looking good as they get the win here. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's the second-year running back, Jalen Wright. The team got into the red zone. He gets into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins with a 10-point lead at the half. With that, a look at the rest of what went on in Week 5 with Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh all on the bye. Meanwhile, in our game, each team's been able to manage just 1 touchdown, 7-7 tied at the half, as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action, quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. from the 26-yard line. Here's second down and 4.
26-yard line.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. First and 10.
18. And the Colts, first down.
Play action now. It's Jones. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 31, here's second down and 7. They'll go again here with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. And that is incomplete.
intended for Elijah Moore.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Laube now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That was good for a dozen. A very quick first down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 44-yard
Off
line.
play action. He'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
Raiders, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A give, and here's Laube. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, they need 7. On second down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
At the 16-yard line. It's a gain up 3rd and 4.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And they're going to have enough to get her here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and goal, Raiders.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score. They got to score fast.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Colts 6-yard line.
They're called in at the 2.
Mendoza's pass.
And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Raiders. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Makes the score Raiders 14, Colts 10.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
At the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw is Jones. That one into the hands of Downs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Gain of 11. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
4-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Jones. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They wind up getting close to 10 yards on that 4th and 1.
And the Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Pass right side to down. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Colts 1st down.
On 1st down, Jones. That one complete to Pierce. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the
Throwing,
Raiders'
Jones.
26-yard line.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
12 brings up 3rd down.
In motion is Warren. On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first.
A gain of 7.
It'll bring up
It's
fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Jones. And they had to take a chance on fourth down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Tennessee.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
Here comes Laube. It'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout, and the clock will start with 45 seconds left in the game.
Gain of 15. First down, Raiders.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.